Good morning! Fancy seeing you here. You're probably thinking, that's not a T900. No. Oh, straight away, first cast. Whoa, yeah. What an opener, first cast. Lovely 30 gram Cedra. I think it's an aqua jig. Get it up because there's a little bit of a reef in front of us. So yes, doing something a bit different today. So it's not the first time I've done it. I've done it quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. But this is my first attempt. What we got? Nice little Pollack. Whoa, look at that go. Nice little Pollack. Let's get him up. It's a nice one. Let's have a look if he stays on. Yep. Hopefully he keeps still. Oh well. There's a puddle by here, so he's landed straight in the puddle. Oh, got plenty of fight left to get here. Get here. So yeah. There. First cast. Little Pollack. And down West Wales today, doing something different. Say, it's not the first time I've been down here over the last couple of weeks doing the light stuff. Really enjoying it at the moment. It's a nice break from the big rods. So this is first chuck. So yeah, I'll go into the gear I'm using a little bit later on. So fingers crossed we can catch some more fish. So yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, down here today, targeting Pollack, bass, Wrasse. That's it really. Just letting some slack out at the bottom. Little jigs. It's quite deep where we are. It's about 60 foot, about 30 yards, 40 yards out. There's so much life out there in a minute. You wouldn't pick it up on the camera, but there's I reckon at least 1,000 dolphins out there, gannets, but they're way out of fishing range. They're like a mile out. Nothing on that one. Let's hope it wasn't first cast jinx. So I got a rod out behind the camera. I got my feather rod that I use, which is I think it's a 10 or 11 foot Daiwa Saltist bass rod. Lovely rod it is. So on that, I've got my, straight away, on the drop. This feels like a mackerel. On that, I got my Pen Slammer 4.5, 38 pound J braid. I'm fishing 2-up clip downs, only out about 60 yards. I want to try and catch a cuckoo wrasse. So on that we'll be alternating between ragworm and mackerel strip. I've got a bite on it now. There's 2 hooks. So this feels like a mackerel. Is it a mackerel? No, it's another Pollack. Calm down. A little bit smaller this time. Probably 3/4 of a pound. You gotta be careful when unhooking fish like that with trebles. You know, you could easily hook yourself, chucking back. Perfect tope size that, but the big rods are not with me. So I'll go through the gear I'm using a little bit later on. There's a bit of history of the mark I'm fishing on from the late 1800s. A ship in a big storm actually hit this place, St. David's, and I think over 100 people died. And if you go on Navionics, you'll see that the wreckage is still pretty much right in front of where we're fishing. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, the jig that I'm casting is bumping over some of the wreckage from that ship. You know, some of the history I read, they did dive it a few years later and found that it split into a lot of pieces, and they pulled out lots of crates of wine. So, yeah, let that sink to the bottom. You don't want to let it sink on a tight line, because otherwise it's just going to, because it's quite deep here, it's about 60, 70 foot, it's just going to swing back towards you. So it's not rough where I am, it's kelp. Some of you will probably be saying, Dean, you're jigging it wrong. Oh, I've caught fish already. Just going to swing you around and have a couple of chucks in here. So I've caught a lot of fish out this gully, especially a lot of bass. So it's really deep in here. That's probably about 50 foot in there. Oh, something's chasing it then. So, something was chasing it then. Looked like another pollock. I think the bit of weed put him off. Was it? So I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to jig it. I've looked on YouTube, and it's a bit like, looks a bit like that. I thought that felt weird, it's tangled. So the good thing with jigging is you don't have to stick to the one spot. You can have one cast by there, one cast over there, one cast in close, the other one a bit further out. You know, different weights, like 20 gram, 30 gram, 40 gram, 60 gram. I've got them all with me today, so I'll be trying different lures. So no, nothing in there. So at the minute I'm using, sorry if I'm looking tired, I haven't slept. I'm using a 30 gram Cedra. I think it's called an Aqua Bullet, I think. I'm sure the boys at VMO will edit it right. So I'm using, that's a silver with a fleck of yellow. It's got one assisted hook on the front and I think that's a 1/0 treble at the back, and I'm running that on a spinning quick link, 3 foot of 30 pound fluorocarbon leader onto 20 pound Suffolk braid, and the rod and reel I'm using today is the Century Graphics lure rod. I've had this for a couple of years now, it's an amazing bit of kit, and a Penn Slammer 3.5 3500 size. I only just picked these back off Gareth yesterday because he had a nice couple of days down south with his family. So I let him take all my rods and reels down there. Saves him buying them. So yeah. So I'm going to go and change the lure now. I'm going to go and change to a 60 gram different colour. See if we can target. It'd be nice to have a bass. So it's not my first time doing this over the last couple of weeks. I'll go into it a little bit later on. So yeah, let's go and change the lure. And let's get it out. Yeah, so I've got a pound of worm with me as well. I've got the Wrasse rods here. I got that rod. I'm taking notice of that rod. I'll just wind it in after 10-15 minutes and see if there's a double shot of cuckoos on there. If there's not, I'll be very disappointed. So we got a nice little Savage Gear box here, which is full of Seadra lures. So that is the 30 grams, that goes back in there. So I'm going to chuck out the same one. Yellow. That's a problem with trebles, they get caught everywhere. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to chuck out the same one. I'm going to chuck out a nice, I think it's called a candy. It's called a candy one. I'll show you it now. God, I'm going to get treble stuck in my fingers. Ow, there is a treble in my finger. Ow. Oh, sharp. You bitch. See, I laid, get out my mouth. I laid them all out perfect in here, thinking, right, they won't get tangled. Oh, they got tangled, all right. Oh, she's out. She's out. Get that there. That's this. Oh, I've gone up a side. This is 40 gram, this one. There's a 60 gram one there, so I'll go a little bit more. But we've gone from a silver one with a yellow tail. So I know this one's called Candy. So same setup, treble hook on the back, assisted hook on the front. It's a lovely candy. Can you see me there? So I move over a bit. Am I in? It's a bit dark. I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, cast further that. Probably about 50 yards. I got a nice bite on the bass rod. I got to take straight away. Whoa! That's a better fish. Oh my God! Where's my landing net? I've got a beast of a landing net here. It's a HTO extendable landing net. Feels a better fish, this one. Show you the bigger Pollack or a bass. The only issue I've had a couple of times on winding fish in like this, because it's quite deep out there, is seals will grab them. Looks like another Pollack. It is another Pollack. If it comes off, it comes off. Probably same as the first one. Lovely. Behave. Yeah, so lovely Pollack there. Probably over the pound mark. Lovely hooked on the treble. Oh, what was that? I must have went through a a string of mackerel, because it was like again. Something small in that. It's acting weird. Is there a fish on there? I let that go back down. Oh, it's acting weird, that is. This is something really small on it. No. The seal's over there now, so it should be quite safe. So give it another 20 minutes. I'll have a go down the edge with a worm then for a wrasse. It's a long way out, that one. Got about 70 yards. Down to dry braids. I'm sure someone in the comments is going, Dean, your wrist action is shocking. Did any of you watch the Dylan White fight last night with Moses? He got battered. It was a bit of a back of the head shot, I think. But he'd have got battered anyway. Change the lure, I think. Oh, it was tangled. Does that sometimes, I don't know why it doesn't. Watching it. That's a fantastic setup, this. Oh, is that straight away? There must be mackerel out there. Or something small. It's getting pecked as it goes down. Big gust of wind. Yeah, I think that's why on my previous session I decided to take the trebles off the back. I had a nice take. I had a bass probably between 8 and 10 pound. Took a yellow one, which I've got, I'll show you. But it took the assisted hook on the front and it was very lightly hooked. I went to put the net under the fish. It was easy 8 pound. And it just went and just pulled the hook. So I'm thinking if I kept the treble on there, I'd have nailed it. So, right, put this down for a second and go and check the bait rod. So yeah, this is my Daiwa Saltist bass rod. You've seen this in a few of my videos. Length 3.5 meters. So what's that? I don't know. Don't care. Amazing rod this is. Oh, I got a fish on it. Big cuckoo. Is it a fish? Oh, maybe not. I thought I felt something. Probably not. No, I don't think so. thought I felt something. No. Bait hasn't been touched. Bits of mackerel belly on pop-up, so I'll just chuck that back out, I think. Just go back out. I'll do. Yeah, so don't hold the line, always let line out when it's falling, because if you hold it tight it'll swing back towards you. So there'll be no point casting 60 yards, because when it hits the bottom it'll be about 30 yards out. So, little tip for you if you didn't know. Now, where was I going to, oh, where did I have this? Put it by there. I'll do. I'll do. Make sure that ratchet is nice and loose. In case a 30-pound bass takes it. Yeah. Right. So this is all like, this is the one that did really well last time I was down here. And yet again, the treble is tangled with everything. Get off! Ow! Put that down. So I've got no idea what this is called. This is a little yellow one. That is a 30 gram. Nice assisted hook on the front, treble on the back. That did really well. That did really well last time. This one did really well as well. I give up. They're all just like tangled. But I've noticed with this one, it's got 2 assisted hooks on it. So rather than a treble on the back, I think this is called a 3D one. Let me get a bit closer. Look at that. Woof! That was good. And then you got a couple of mackerel imitations. Oh, I can't be asked one time. You got greens and blues, 20 gram, 30 gram. And then you got your bigger ones then, 60 gram. So, let me get this one. I think that they call that one the herring. That's a 60 gram. Is that 60 gram? Yeah, 60 gram. So, oh, there's a bite on our rod then. So, yeah. Right. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I got lots of other ones with me as well. I'll go through all this a little bit later on. Let me have a drink. Yeah, it's a little setup I'm going to use on the Wrasse now. Little Pen Slammer 2.5 loaded with 30-pound J-braid. A Pen Conflict Insure 7 foot 40 gram rod. Lovely tip, very powerful in the butt section. Down to a 2 foot fixed paternoster rig. Little 1 ounce ball. A slightly shorter snud. Single ragworm with a size 4 Varivash chino. Let's have a go, is it? So we got a little gully on the right hand side. I'll try in a minute. Yeah, I think it's kelp. Oh no, that was a bit more. Yeah, nick the tail of it again. Swines. Have another chuck or two with this. Then I need to put a bigger lead on, maybe a 2 ounce. I just feel it rolling. Yeah, so this is the other stuff I got. I think they call these wobblers and divers. But it's a bit pointless by here because you're fishing about 60, 70 foot of water. They're more for like shallow water, what I've read. So I'm going to put one of my little specials on, alright? If I lose it, I'm going to blame you lot. Because these are ones, because if you're not quick enough at VMO, these are ones that sell out straight away. Well, they all do really, but there's something about these yellow ones. I did really well on these yellow ones last time I was here. So I had a load of bass landed up to about £5. And then I kept getting that issue where the treble was wrapping around the leader. So I took it off and I hooked on at least £8. Went to put the net under it, did a massive head shake with his mouth wide open and just pulled the hook. See, my biggest bass off the shore was £9.12. I had that on a crab fishing for hounds off East Aberthaw, probably early 2000s. So I've never even seen a double figure bass. So I think it wasn't far off, like, so. Like, can you see me here? Let me move you. You stay. You just stay right where you are. There we are. Right. Watch me snag this first cast. So let it fall under loose line. Say don't hold on a tight line. As soon as it's the bottom, lift off. So there's one, because you've got to wonder how good their vision is, because right where we are is about 60 to 70 foot and it's about 3 hours from high water. So can they sense vibration, or can they actually see the colours? See, I'd love to be around that side, but our wind is just going to be... Ugh. So yeah, I was undecided. I was just like, couldn't make my mind up what to do. So I'm just going to talk rubbish to you while I'm just jigging. So I've done a bit of fishing recently. So my recent sessions, I did my first session down Newport with a mate Luke about 2 weeks ago. Out of respect for Roy Tapper, I didn't film. He didn't want, I don't think he'd been too happy. We're after sole, but I had 3 eels, small, and 2 whiting in July or beginning of August. Luke had 5 eels, the biggest, £7, and he had a £2 bass as well, so it was all right. No sole, but we were fishing in 30 mile an hour west-northwest winds. It wasn't nice. And then we went over to, a couple of days later, we went to the White Light. Trying to think now. So I went with Chris Stokes. We were going to go on the sole down Oust, is it? Something that area. but it was a Friday afternoon tide, and I didn't want to get caught in Newport traffic, because I promised Kian I'd take him to jump that afternoon. So we went to White Light instead. Gareth, his client, forgot his name, and Luke joined us later on. So they put a wager on it, £10 biggest fish between the 5 of us. I had a spotted ray, about £3. I had a eel of £7, like £7.6 or something. Gareth had a small eel, and then towards the end he pipped the day with an £8 blonde. So he took the tenors. Stokesy blanked, Luke blanked, and his client blanked. But the highlight of the day was I was fishing my double dongle. I was fishing a whole medium sand eel and bluey wrap out as far as I can, and I was just getting little, like a doggy bite, just like that. It was there for about 5 minutes. This was weird. Wound down into it, hit it, and as I hit it, the rod, my T9 just went oop, over. I was like, that's a ray, that is. So Gareth was saying thornback because it stayed deep all the way in. It was Stokesy, Luke, and then they started to come up about 20 yards out. Stingray. Bloody stingray off the White Light. You're probably talking over the years, 3 or 4 stingrays come off Barry. And it was just there. As soon as it got up onto the surface, did a couple of poof, poof, pop the hook. Absolutely devastating. It was my first Welsh stinger. There's not a lot of people who've caught stingrays. I know Richie Taylor had a big stinger off Bendrick's Rock over low water fishing for hounds. I think he said it was about £30. This was a few years ago, right? We're in. Yeah, we're in. Yeah, we're in. We're in. Absolutely fantastic rods these are. That is a bass, that is. Bit eyes off. Ah, that was a bass, that was. You're probably thinking, Dean, you changed marks. Well, correct. Because after the last clip you see me on the other mark, for about 45 minutes, I could not get a bite. I tried jelly worms, 3-ounce lead, punching them out there, drag it like, it's got like a turned up hook, nothing. Tried feathers, nothing. Jigging, nothing. Worm, nothing. The worm on the 2-hook clip down, come back in, untouched. So I thought, you know what? So I up sticks, went over to another mark, climbed down, and there was a bloody pot there. So I climbed back up. I've come over to another spot now, so it is, what's the time now? So it's taken me 1 hour and 5 minutes. So it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes to pack everything up, get at the top, over to the other mark, down, back up, over to the other side, back down, and now I'm here. So yeah, so trimming down's helped. So about 2 months ago I was 15 stone 6. I didn't look fat, I was just heavy, and now I'm 14 stone 10. And I feel like I can do that all over again. So yeah. But where I am, a tiny bit more shelter from the wind. The camera blew over a couple of times when I was on that other mark, the first mark. So I'm here now, so I'm going to give another couple of hours. I feel a little bit better by here. So I'm going to go ahead and say I've never jigged on this spot before. So I know what the bottom's like, reference to like whole mackerels and stuff. I've fished it in the past, but let's give it a go. You probably can't see it there, but a mile out, the gannets are just dive bombing the water. So there's obviously tons of mackerel out there. Oh, was that there? So I got hit then. I give up. I give up with these things. I think I'm just gonna have to take the treble off again. Or maybe don't let it fall on a slack line. Keep it tight. Good kelp. Sure. Sod the jigging is doing my head in. Let me get the Wrasse rod set up. Oh. Oh, here we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a nice one. Can you see me? Yeah. Oh, where's my net? Oh, he'll do. He's hooked. Oh, happy days. Oh, it's a lovely one. That's over a pound. See what? I've had to work for it. Beautiful bass. Wrasse. Sounds similar. It's got to be over a pound, just over a pound, I reckon. It's weird. It's got like a sack or something. What? Hanging out of his bum. So yeah, nailed on a size 4 Wrasse chino, a little bit of ragworm. I've had to work for it, mind. I've been here about half hour, missing a few little bites. So first Wrasse of the day. It's been really difficult. So yeah, let's get it. Happy days. Right, let's get it back. The gannets are circling. Oh, there they are over there. I don't know if you can just tell. There's dolphins smashing the water about 300 yards out, and right above them is gannets circling. And then we've got a boat heading right towards me. This is on the 2-hook flapper with pop-ups, about 30-40 yards out. Yeah, we got it. We got him. Hopefully he stays on. He's a size 1 saltwater champions, these are. Oh, he's giving it some. Oh, please stay on. Fishing's been really difficult this morning. Got a bit of weight on it. And it is another Wrasse. Oh, look at the colours on this one. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. She got turquoises, blues, browns, whites. Absolutely beautiful fish. Look at that. Look at that. 6 ounces, £60. 6 ounces, £60. Let me do the carp pose. Yeah, beautiful. Let's go and get it back. Yeah, the Wrasse are coming thick and fast now. This one's just browns. He's got a little bit of turquoise in his top fin. It's pretty much Wrasse a drop now. I'm not filming every single one. Yeah, happy days. All see the whoa, Trevor. I got you. Yeah, probably a pound. You know, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. So let's get it back. It's literally the last hour's been fish or cast. It's just heavy weight, he's not doing nothing. Unless he's pulled the hook, I'm dragging in a bit of kelp. Oh no, there's a fish there. Another wrasse. Eee. Well, something devastating has just happened right on last orders. I shouldn't have done it really, but I always like to try and do a good video. So basically, I've had a couple of small wrasse since you've last seen them. They're only like literally 5 inches, size of your hand, and then lost that 2-hook flapper. So I thought, right, you know, it's like 10 minutes left. I said no point. Thought I'd have a couple of goes with the 40 gram, go away, the 40 gram yellow. Good take, think it was a bass, go all the way in. It was a wrasse, a pure green wrasse, probably about, easier PB, about £2, thereabout, maybe just a little bit under, just a bit over. And I thought, right, he looks well hooked. I literally left the rod down there, jammed it in where I've been laying the other rod, left it slack, come up here, get the camera, go back down, get the rod, no wrasse. I should have just lifted it out of the water, brought it up here, turned the camera on, but I wanted to lift the whole thing out of the water, on camera, still hooked, and just go, what a way to finish the video. God damn. See, it's all great filming, but quite often I've had bites in the Bristol Channel where I think, right, I gotta get the drone in, and then the fish is gone. It's just, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have put the rod down with free spool. He looked well hooked, but it is what it is. So he's not massive. I reckon, you know, he's no more than £2, but it was a PB for me, see. So, but it is what it is. I've done 4 marks, probably a dozen fish in 4 hours. Not the best, not the worst. So, but yeah, but right. On that note, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Until the next time, tight lines.